Here we go, retail wrap number 17. Woolies have been in the news a little bit of late, all for not the best reasons, and this story would definitely not be in their top 5. Employees have been caught by customers throwing and kicking boxes while restocking their freezer sections in a Brisbane store on a Saturday night. A Woolworths spokesperson has said the footage is at odds with company standards. I'm sure their employees are definitely not trained to put away stock like that, and maybe being Saturday night, they might have been in a hurry to go out. But let's face it, if that's the sort of standard that you are setting, then I can only assume the rest of the standard in that store would be absolutely terrible. You can't have stock being thrown around like that, and as everyone knows, no one likes to get a packet of chips that is crumpled or some biscuits that are crumpled because they've been thrown or mistreated, especially once they get to the store. You know, these standards simply aren't good enough, and I'm sure all those involved will be spoken to accordingly. There are some new players in the subscription landscape fighting for subscription services. Recently, Wesfarmers owned Target and Kmart joined forces to offer free deliveries for customers who joined the retailer Catch Group's loyalty scheme, Catch Club. For those of you that aren't aware, the Catch Group was bought by Wesfarmers earlier this year. The Catch Club membership costs $6.50 per month or $69 a year. You'll get unlimited deliveries for your membership, but there is a catch. Your orders need to be over $45. There's no doubt that this has been offered to combat the Amazon Prime program, which has a subscription rate of $6.99 a month. Slightly higher than the Catch Club, but includes perks such as free access to Amazon Prime videos, music, books and games. Amazon Australia has recently announced its Subscribe and Save program. This service offers free delivery on repeat purchases made across household items from food and beverage, pet supplies, health and beauty, vitamins and pantry food, just to name a few. And it's got no subscription fees and you can cancel at any time. Who doesn't hate not being able to find somewhere where you can actually cancel it?
I want to quit the gym.
It's okay, man. Be strong.
And you can schedule repeat deliveries and the frequency of your deliveries as well. So delivery fees versus subscription fees, it's an interesting one. Amazon Prime, they obviously offer on certain products that you can get free delivery. And let's face it, do you buy more because you're just trying to use your delivery for the week? Or do you actually buy more when you actually really need it? And I think the problem is there. You may be buying stuff that you don't need. Very clever ploy by whoever's doing that, whether it's Amazon. I'm interested to see how many set and forgets you have in your life. If you could leave your comments below, they'd be really interesting for us to have a look at. I've been talking a lot about foreign investment coming into Australia and making sure that everyone is on a fair playing field. But what about the digital and tech companies that are coming to Australia, like Facebook, Google, Amazon, and Netflix, just to name a few? It was recently reported that for 2018 calendar year, Netflix Australia paid only $341,000 tax, despite an estimated 600 million to a billion from local subscribers. So this is around 0.05% paid in tax. And the corporate tax rate in Australia is 30 cents in the dollar. So that's telling me they're not making very much money at all, and that I find hard to believe.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
In Australia, Netflix customers are billed by Netflix International, a private company based in the Netherlands, which is a subsidiary of the US-listed Netflix Inc. So this does highlight a serious problem with the system. This big foreign company is avoiding paying local taxes in this country. The Australian government has taken some serious steps to ensure corporations are paying what they should be. And in 2013, the corporate tax transparency legislation was passed, which allows the ATO to publish an annual report showing the tax paid by organisations with a total income of 100 million or more. this wasn't only for publicly listed companies, this was for private companies as well. The multinational anti-avoidance laws came into effect in January 2016 to ensure multinational enterprises pay their fair share of tax on profits earned in Australia. And in 2017, the diverted profits tax came into effect that aims to ensure the tax paid by significant global entities reflects the economic substance of their activities in Australia and prevent the diversion of profits offshore. Well, how's that working, Australia? So let's have a look at some of the other numbers out there. Google's revenue was 4.3 billion in Australia, but paid 26.5 million. That's 0.6% tax. Facebook turned over 500 million, but paid just 11.8 million in tax. That's 2.3%. Amazon Corporate Services made over 300 million and paid 6.9 million, or just over 2% tax. IBM, who has a $1 billion deal with the Australian government, reportedly doesn't pay any tax. How do I get a deal like that? So let's get that straight. The IT company who is paid by the Australian government to build their very own ATO system doesn't show in those systems with a taxable income. What the f? How do we get digital businesses in Australia with no bricks and mortar premise to recognise they need to pay tax on the money they earn from Australian consumers and businesses? How do we stop these companies from using loopholes to shift profits to low tax nations? Earlier this year, the Australian federal government was thinking about adding a digital tax to build on their existing measures, however, stopped due to the pending OECD, the Organisation for Economic Cooperation and Development global solution. This global solution was originally put forward in 2013, and it is hoped to have a global and sustainable solution by the agreed timeline of 2020. So there you have it. Once again, we're talking about companies not paying the appropriate amount of tax. Obviously, these companies are clever enough to realise where they're going to get their best bang for their buck. But the reality is we need to make sure that everyone is on a level playing field. And I keep saying this over and over again. You cannot have companies come in here and get the red carpet treatment over existing businesses. It just is not fair. The reality is people are always going to buy things online, and that's going to continue to grow. So everyone needs to be on a level playing field, because I believe that's the fair way forward. A health influencer has copped backlash after claiming that shampoo is the reason we're all gaining weight.
Hey, fellas! Fat bastard? But you're not fat anymore.
I went on the no shampoo diet.
Just like Jared. I've lost 180 pounds.
Are you serious? Thanks for everyone for watching Retail Wrap number 17. Really appreciate all the comments and the feedback that we're getting from everyone. It feels like we have a tight group, and I'm sure we've got plenty more things to come in store, so just keep watching. Netflix and chill.
Okay, funky stuff on the
Really? Well then how do you watch Netflix then? On Saturday night. Oh, that's really bad.
Okay.
Guilty!